Hello, comic book friends. It is Damien, aka Sleepy Reader. This is a little game of what's in the box, a haul video, I guess. I should know what's in this box, so except that I've let it sit for quite a while for reasons. It's a box from David, aka the Garage Geek, and ever since I sent him a bunch of my omnibuses that I no longer wanted. He has, this is the second box he sent me. The first box I did kind of a live show and tell with him. But I figured tonight he's too busy reading books and watching movies and stuff to talk about on his live stream tomorrow morning, which I hope to be a part of. So I will put a link to Garage Geek down below. So ever since I sent him a bunch of omnibuses that I no longer needed, he will text me when he discovers doubles in his collection as he's getting organized. And so I can't say, no, I don't want this or that cool thing that he's offering me. So I should know what's in here because at some point he texted me about most of this stuff. But it's been quite a while. And I was saving this box to do a live unboxing with him. But I don't know when that will happen. So I decided to just go ahead and look. So I don't really, whoops. That was someone's address upside down. I don't think it was on the screen very long. I don't know what's going to be in here. I thought comic books, but, I do remember him mentioning this book, this Adam West scrapbook. He was doing a giveaway. So that is very cool. I wonder if this originally came with like a DVD or something. Anyway, I own all of these digitally, all the Batman 66 stories through Amazon Prime or something. I must have bought them. I can't remember. So that isn't really owning them, is them? I should get physical copies. Becoming more and more aware that things may not exist forever when you buy them digitally. Oh, and here's a book. The Overlords of War by John Brunner, famous British science fiction writer. What's his most famous book? I can't remember the name of it now. He had some famous book that was kind of based on the style of John Dos Passos's. I got that name right? Anyway, but before he wrote this kind of serious work, he also wrote a ton of space opera. I'm guessing... I've completely got this wrong. It's by Gerard Klein, The Overlords of War, a masterwork of science fiction translated by John Brunner. So I'm guessing from the name Gerard Klein that may be a French writer. I've never heard of him. Huh. Well, that's something to find out about. So I don't know if he had 2 copies of Overlords of War or... No Fear, Shakespeare's sonnets, poems, plus a translation anyone can understand. So now I have no excuse, I guess, to read Shakespeare's sonnets. What is a sonnet? I don't even know. Is it like a poem that's a song? Okay, now this looks more comic booky. Put this over here. What is this? Earth's Mightiest Superheroes, The Avengers File. The complete history, all the lineups, a typical day, and much more. I don't know if this is one we've discussed before or he just decided to throw it in there. But it looks cool. At first looking at it, I thought it was a coloring book. But it's more like a reference book, I guess. So, yeah, that's fun. I love having those kinds of things. Oh, yeah, what's this? It says Sleepy on it. Is it sealed or just got stuck together? Okay, bunch of comics. Let's see. Sleepy, that must be me. Or maybe he was just feeling sleepy as he loaded this envelope. Come on. Got corner guys. Oh my god, okay. This is super cool. Logan's Run number 2. You know what? I feel like an idiot. I guess I forgot he was going to send me Logan's Run, because I just ordered a bunch of Logan's Run from my comic shop. Logan's Run number 3. I think there were only 7 issues, and I ordered whatever issues I was missing. I think there's George Perez art inside these. Let me look inside. Come on, tape. This tape must have been on here a long time, because it is bonded with the bag. Use a knife. Die, tape, die. Even that's not. This tape is strong. Okay, there we go. There we go. The Lair of Laser Death. So that would be Farrah Fawcett there. And what was the name? Oh, man. I can't remember the name of it. A Kraft Perez Jansen Wool Severin Goodwin production. So I guess it's Klaus Janson inks. It looks very Klaus Janson there, doesn't it? Interesting. Doesn't look at all like Michael York to me. A little more square-jawed, to say the least. Were there backups in this? No, not in this one. Oh, there's box. Cool. Very cool. And this is also very cool. The Man in the Iron Mask. Now I don't have to read the real book. I can just read the comic. Classics Illustrated. Alexandre Dumas. I assume the Man in the Iron Mask is another one of those extraordinarily long novels. I tried to read The Count of Monte Cristo, but it was so long I never got through it. Nice art. I wonder who did that. It looks kind of, the art style looks kind of familiar. I don't know if this computer camera is focusing well. Okay. Some World Finest action. Go-Go with the Go-Go checks. Very nice. Is Superman Clark Kent? Is Batman Bruce Wayne? Wrong. Read the new Superman Batman team. I'm sorry, I seem to have be on a lower energy level than I thought I would be for this video. I'll try to get some more pep in my step. Well, I can't see who the artist is, but it has kind of a Kurt Swan look to me, at least at first glance. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes I'm not quite sure, but I think it's Kurt Swan. Ooh. The Invisible Man with part of the cover ripped off. In the Reign of Terror by G.A. Henty. Never ever heard of that. G.A. Henty, Reign of Terror. Okay. I wonder why I probably have this already, but maybe not. Maybe I checked my CLZ and I don't have this one yet. Mike Zeck with Bruce D. Bruce D. Inker. Is that Bruce D. Barry? I wonder. Looks very nice. Ooh. He was telling me about this. Married with Children, the Quantum Quartet. I don't know if this is a double or he's just passing this on to me. I'm a sucker for a Fantastic Four homage. Especially because I believe it's not just the cover, but there's actually a Married with Children as a Fantastic Four story. Well, look at that art. That's quite the... Oh, yeah, look at that. They are the Fantastic Four. Cool. Very cool. And a Not Brand Ek that apparently I don't own already. I'm pretty sure I checked this when he asked me if I wanted it. I don't know. He got this for $3. I mean, it's in the woe condition, maybe woe plus. We'll see. But oh, the cat wants to get in. I thought I left the door open for her, but I guess it's not open enough. Give me just a sec. There you go. That cat rules the house. The Origin of Superman and the Fantastical Four. That's got to be a Marie Severin cover, right? Looks very cool. Love the Not Brand Eck. A Superman and Action Comics that I don't have from the 20-cent era. It's terrible, but I feel like Superman started going downhill in the 70s very quickly, sometime during the 20-cent era. They were still trying to do the same kind of stories they did in the Silver Age, but it just didn't click. I think it was different writers or something. What are you doing there? What are you doing? You want people to see you? Although this Flash, I don't know if the same is true for the Flash. I love this Flash cover here. So I assume 20 cents, that might be like 1972, 73. When did it go up to 25? I don't know. Got your 15-cent, Lois Lane. The Superman family just seemed better to me until the 20-cent era. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I came in at the 20-cent era. Love this cover. I wonder who it's by. Richard Dragon, Kung Fu Fighter. I think these were written by Denny O'Neil. I think Denny O'Neil had as many flops as he had successes, to be honest. Okay, now I thought I had all the Doc Savage, but I did not have the Spider-Man team up with Doc Savage. So I'm very excited to get this. And I do not have that many of the Howard the Duck magazines, mostly because they aren't written by Steve Gerber, so I didn't try to collect them originally. I'm still trying to fill in my Steve Gerber runs, but no doubt eventually I'll want to get all the magazines too. If nothing else, the art is great in here. Yeah, we got Michael Golden and Claus Janson on the first feature, written by Bill Mantlo. And I don't think Bill Mantlo had that talent for Howard the Duck, or at least in my memory. It just didn't, it wasn't the same without Steve Gerber. But look at that art. Fabulous. I had no idea that Michael Golden did some Howard. That's pretty amazing. Now I feel like I'm looking at some Gene Colan here. Is it all Michael Golden? Right. Let's see. No, then the next one is Gene Colan. Two Gene Colan's penciled stories. There we go. Gene Colan. Yeah. It's always good to get some more Gene Colan. And maybe, my opinion on Bill Manilow is based on my childhood opinion of Bill Manilow on Howard the Duck. He did a great job on Rom. Actually, I just read a Marvel 2-in run written by Manilow that I wasn't too impressed by. Are you getting into trouble over here? What else have we got? More comic books? More other stuff? Okay, what are you doing? No, don't step on the keyboard. Yeah. Jinkies. What is this? Zombie Hunter? I don't know why he sent that to me. Maybe he thinks I like the Babe comics. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog? Guess this is a mini comic of Sonic. Maybe I can find some friends' boys that might like it. Sector 7 Adventures, Battle of Half Dome. Is this like Transformers or something? I don't know. Manga Sampler. Stuff that David's just dumping on me. But look at this. Oh, is this a Jim Steranko cover? This is a Fantastic Four that I don't own. It looks like Steranko to me, but I don't see his standard signature. Maybe it got cut off. Very cool. Oh, and I always can use more Hero for Hire. I don't have a lot of Hero for Hire, believe it or not. Assassin in Armor. One down, two down. There, that ought to finish him off. Finish them all. Who was writing Hero for Hire at this point? They had some African-American artists at Marvel, but I don't think they had some African-American writers. Steve Englehart and Jerry Conway together. Billy Graham, who was an African-American, I believe, on the pencils. Looks really nice. I don't know why they didn't keep Luke Cage's costume. I just think it's a really great costume. Of course, his shirt always gets ripped. But what are you going to do? William Tell is not just an opera, I guess. More Classics Illustrated. A Thor annual. Who did this art? A Bob Layton cover. A little skimpy on the details there. Wonder who did the interior art on this Thor annual. There's a lot of John Buscema Thor out there, but I don't know if he was still on it at this point. 1983. Bob Hall. You know, I hate the lettering at this point. Especially just in the credits. Like, that's just typeset or something. But the titles aren't as big, and I don't know, everything's smaller. I think that's what Jim Shooter wanted. It was Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. He wanted things to be more toned down. He toned down the Marvel style, made it more DC-like, I think, in some ways. Anyway, this art looks pretty cool. Some Micronauts. Number 13. Is this still golden? It looks like a golden cover. I assume that's what that G is. Michael Golden. I know his run on the Micronauts was not that long. Get away from me, tape. But let's see. Howard Chaykin and Al Milgrom on the inside. And Bill Mantlo. Yeah, so Micronauts was another. Bill Manilow did a good job of like taking these toy franchises and then fleshing out a world around them that the toys didn't have. Howard Chaykin, though, I don't think this is his ideal work. I don't know. Maybe I'll realize it's really good. Superman Action Comics, 40 cents. So what? It says 1980 on here. Someone wrote 1980, I think, but I don't think this is 1980. 40 cents. I think that's the mid to late 70s. Okay. This is really cool. Ghosts from DC, one of their mystery horror lines. 3 skulls on the Zambezi, the Phantom's invisible clue. The Spectre's last stand, but it's Spectre is spelled differently, so it's not the Spectre. The usual Spectre and the Devil's Own. Does that mean there's 4 stories in here? This cover's beautiful. Let me see. I gotta look inside. You never know what you're going to find art-wise in one of these stories. You always, in one of these comics, you'll always find twist-ending stories. But Alfredo Alcala, I'm always excited when I find some Alfredo. I say Alfredo, but it's probably Alfredo. Beautiful line work. Possibly better in black and white. He was like one of the best black and white artists. But still, looked great in color too. What else have we got? We got Rico Rival. I'm less familiar with his work. I've definitely heard the name, but I don't have as much associations with him. Oh, and this one I've never heard of. B. Gurnace. It looks like a very detailed, nice style. I almost wonder if that's someone else working under a different name. Is there one more? The Devil's Own. Art by Tony Caravana. I bought my most recent car from Caravana, but I never heard of Tony Caravana. But looks really good. Maybe these are just more obscure Filipino artists. Oh, here's a really nice Iron Man cover. The war of the supervillains is over. Wait till you see who is the winner. Is that the Mad Thinker with longer hair? I'm not sure. Okay, who was... Oh, look at that. Torpedo Comics. Who was drawing Iron Man at this period? Arvil Jones with Chickstone inking. Arvil Jones might have been an African-American artist also. He was a pretty good, in the footstep, in the shadow of Jack Kirby kind of artist, if I remember correctly. This looks fun, though. I don't think I've ever read this issue of Iron Man. Maybe tonight. I'm going to put that in a separate pile because I might want to read that tonight. Superman, you don't tug on Superman's cape, Solomon Grundy. Superman from the 35-cent era. This will be, if it's not Kurt Swan on the art in here, I'll be shocked. But it's not as, the Kurt Swan artwork is still good, but it's not as sharp in the later 70s. Kurt Swan with Francisco Schermonte as the inker. And maybe it's because there wasn't, who was the famous inker on Kurt Swan? Anderson. There wasn't the Anderson artwork inking on Kurt Swan anymore. Might have been part of the problem. But also I think he was just going through the motions a little more by this point. Still, who's the writer? Probably Carrie Bates. Martin Pascoe. No, I don't have fond memories of Martin Pascoe scripts, but I could be wrong. Okay, this is super exciting, and I'm automatically will love this. We got a Joe Kubert cover on Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. And even if it's not Kubert art on the inside, he was overseeing the art on these very closely. I think he may have... Oh, it looks like it is Joe Kubert artwork. But he may have done the layouts for a lot of the uncredited layouts for a lot of the other artists. Ah, this is beautiful. Okay, yes. Bingo. And I think Kubert wrote these Tarzan books himself. There's no credit at all that I can see. I thought DC was doing credits by this point. It's like a full length Kubert. Full-length Kubert book story. Okay, anything more? Yes, there is more. One last chunk. Oh, looks like there's a book here. This is probably another thing that he's surprising me with. I don't think he showed me this. I don't think he texted me this, or maybe I said, what the hell? Hardback Daredevil. Can't turn it down. There'll be some Wally Wood here, right? Yeah. Drawn with the artistic brilliance of Wally Wood, lettered with the scratchy pen point of S. Rosen. The Stiltman cometh. Oh my, the Stiltman, he cometh. Yes. It's weird. It has a bit of a Steve Ditko vibe to me. This coloring's a bit surprising, like this really dark coloring there. Yeah, okay, this is pretty exciting. Thank you very much, David, yet again. These books used to be quite expensive. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what he paid for it, but at the time when they originally came out. Okay. Oh, my wife has shut the door. Hopefully the cat will be okay with that. Thor, the Mighty. Gil Kane cover. The Lurker in the Labyrinth. I'm going to look inside again. I can't help it. I got to look inside the comics. The cover is just a tease for what really matters. We got John Buscema and Joe Sinnott. You can't beat that. Jerry Conway on the scripts. Jerry Conway's early work on Thor was a very out of control. But I assume at this point, this is later Jerry Conway. I assume it'll probably be more professional. Man, this Sinnott and Buscema together, that is a really nice. I think I even like Sinnott more over Buscema than over Jack Kirby. The two, Buscema and Sinnott, seem like a really good match. This must be a Marie Severin cover on Tower of Shadows. I think this might complete my Tower of Shadows collection. I have to double check. Vault of Evil. These may be all reprints. I think the Tower of Shadows were the originals. Should have looked inside that. I can go back and do that. It's my video. I can do whatever I want. No rules here. Yeah, it looks like a reprint. Stan Lee presents the story of a fear-fraught friendship formed in the Vault of Evil. I wonder if they added that in, make it a little more Stan Lee oriented. Tony DiPreta is the artist. What else we got? The Diet of Donald Moore. There's a signature there, but I can't really make it out. Weird Science Lives in the Vault of Evil. Huh. I just can't quite make out that signature. Okay, let's look inside the Tower of Shadows. This is inside a nice new bag. It might be a reprint. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, but the Steve Ditko monster stories, those were amazing. What else have we got? Stan Lee and Wally Wood. So maybe this is where they mixed a mixture of reprints and newer stuff. Or did Wally Wood work during the pre-Marvel Timely era in the This is a beauty, the Ghost Beast. Wally Wood's the writer and artist on this. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, Wally Wood. No offense to Daredevil, but it looks even nicer than the Wally Wood Daredevil stuff. I wonder if this is something he originally self-published or something, and then they put it in here. I wouldn't be surprised. A Marvel mini monster piece, written and illustrated by Tom Sutton. Ooh. Well, that's notable here where Stan Lee is not claiming credit for this writing. He's letting the artists be fully in control. But here we've got written by Steve Skeets, art by Gene Colan. The Scream from Beyond. Looks good. Looks like it's about a comic book artist. All right. Where Monsters Dwell. The Things on Easter Island. Is that a Jack Kirby cover? It's It's weird. It has some elements that make me think of Jack Kirby and others that don't. Batman Detective Comics, The Penguin Affair, Part 2 of 3. Is that a Norm Brayfogle cover, I believe. I believe that's his signature there. Oh, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, a tale destined to be a classic. It's always a classic when you've got a classic knight in shining armor involved, right? Eerie adventure in a land that may not exist. Everything in DC is real, right? I thought it all exists. Ooh, and another book. It's The Incredible Hulk Masterworks. Wow. Wow, these are quite the fancy gifts. You are a very generous man, David, if you're still watching. Well, David watches at double speed, so he can get through this long video easily. Looks like we got the Jack Kirby era of the Hulk. Is that right? Oh no, Steve Ditko era of the Hulk. Excuse me. This is volume 2. And maybe some Marie Severin Hulk. Nope. Oh, that's Jack Kirby. It's an odd looking Jack Kirby Hulk. Layouts by Jack Kirby, Mickey Demio artwork. That's why it looks a little different. This is the era where Stan Lee was getting Jack Kirby to do the layouts, which means Jack had to do the plotting and then have some other artists do the penciling. And I've read that Jack was particularly bitter about that because he felt like he was doing all the most important work, but just getting paid for layouts. And someone, I think it was Jared Osborne, pointed out that Stan Lee could take advantage of artists who had families to support. And Jack Kirby was big on supporting his family. This one is layouts by Jack Kirby, penciling by John Romita. That's interesting. But it was also the way Stan Lee trained new artists to understand how to do the Marvel style, to pace out the story themselves, so they could see how Jack did it. So later they did let a lot of artists copy Jack Kirby's actual style, but mostly what Stan Lee was interested in is Jack Kirby's storytelling, not the literal style with all the squiggles and stuff. So this one is layouts by Jack Kirby and artwork by Bill Everett. Now, layouts can be extremely loose or can actually, be like a good percentage of the penciling work already done. I've seen better work by Bill Everett, to be honest. But it is interesting. He wanted the Hulk to have a hairy chest. Okay. Well, these are fabulous. I love these high quality hardbacks with the incredibly good binding. So, 1,000 thanks to the Garage Geek, and I will be back soon. And don't forget to check out David's channel, and possibly catch him live tomorrow morning if you see this video soon enough.